North AA division at the U18 level will feature 9 teams battling for the championship. In 2022, the Huronia Stallions were the dominant force, going undefeated and bringing home a title. Returning to the division in 2023 are the Quinte Skyhawks, York Lions, Vaughan Rebels, Clarington Knights, and the North Bay Bulldogs. They are joined by the Sault Ste. Marie Sabercats and Peterborough Wolverines, who will transition from AAA to AA this year, and the newly formed Sudbury Spartans, who will all try and dethrone the defending champions. The Stallions are the current belt holders and the favorite to repeat as Ontario champions in the U18 AA division. Their 5-0 record last season was impressive, but not as impressive as their culture, which has sharpened their winning habits, making them one of the toughest teams to play against year after year. As the old saying goes, when you come at the king, you best not miss. Any team playing them must come prepared because the Stallions are ready to defend their title at all costs. The Skyhawks are a team on the rise. They have been improving year after year and suffered their sole defeat last season to the powerhouse Huronia Stallions. In order to improve on their 4-1 record in 2022, they will need to fine-tune their execution and dig deeper than ever before. Their U16 team was strong last year, and those players moving up will provide some much-needed depth in what will surely be a battle of attrition all season long. The York Lions had a roller coaster of a season last year. Finishing with a record of 3-2, they constantly played in high-scoring, high-stakes, fast-paced football games. Playing that brand of football is dangerous though, and puts immense amounts of pressure on both the O and the D. This year, the Lions will look to be more sound defensively and more consistent on offense to compete with some of the new teams coming up from the AAA division. The Sabercats make the move to AA this year and are eager to show the league what they can do. Playing in one of the most competitive divisions in the entire league last season, the Sabercats were extremely competitive but couldn't win their one-score games against the best teams in the division. Their 1-5 record should definitely improve this year in AA, and they are a squad who could suddenly jolt up into the standings of the North Division if they can find a way to win their close games in 2023. This season, the Spartans decided to add a U18 team to the AA division. After going undefeated at the U16 division last year, they will have a solid group of rookies moving up. Along with the talent in the city that we all know is there, with that skilled group of young players moving up, this will be an extremely competitive team that poses multiple challenge for their opponents in the North AA division. The Knights of Clarington were able to win their tightly contested games in 2022, but couldn't beat the teams at the top of the division. Leading to a 2-3 record, the Knights followed up their regular season with an impressive postseason run where they lost a heartbreaker to the Chatham-Kent Cougars. The Knights will look to build off their playoff success and make the improvements needed to be among the top in the division in 2023. The Rebels finished last year's campaign with a record of 2-3 and were able to find a little bit of postseason success, but eventually were knocked out by the Guelph Junior Griffins. Vaughan will welcome plenty of talent from their U16 team that went 5-1 last year and made it to the finals. They will look to build off their late season success with a new look squad infused with young talent. The North Bay Bulldogs had a difficult season last year that could really be broken down into 2 halves. In the first half, they were really battling and playing in tightly knitted contests that went down to the wire against some of the best teams in the division. But in the second half, the wheels came off and they couldn't continue their early success in the season. They will look to improve their consistency and cohesiveness to string together multiple wins in 2023. Who do you see winning the U18 AA North this season?